YouTube's a goddamn deal, man. It's only Pappy. We are back with another video, man. And today we are outside this morning because I got my shipment of wine in, and then my supplies came this morning. So these are all wine shippers. I gotta figure out a way to get these in the backyard because they're on the pallet. But yeah, we had a wine restock, and I'm gonna get into what happened, okay? Because something did happen, and it happens, okay? And I'm gonna explain why it's important to have that healthy relationship with your crafter, because sometimes stuff happens, and you got to be able to voice that, communicate that, and your crafter be receptive to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get into what happened, but I need to figure out how I'm gonna get all these wine shippers in the backyard. So this gonna be a vlog full of game. We're gonna get the fade too at some point, and I'm finna help y'all start y'all wine business, man. This is how to start $1 million wine business. All right, so like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Get your pen and your paper because I'm about to give y'all the good, the bad, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and if I don't cover everything in this video, you're gonna make a part 2. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. All right, so look, this is where I get my shipping supplies from. Uline.com. It's ULINE.com. And they'll come delivered to your front step. Well, in my case, the driveway. Now, I ain't gonna lie. These supplies, they add up, man. Golly. Especially with these type of things that I got. I'm trying something new because the boxes that I did have, they worked. It's just that the noise that they make when you put them together, I didn't like it, bro. So I had to go another route. I had to pay a little bit more extra to make my process a little bit more easier, and I get these wine bottles out quicker. So I'm hoping that this will make my process way much faster and smoother. Got all the supplies moved to the back. You know what I'm saying? That's what I just got. And this my other boxes right here. And I got bubble wrap for a lifetime. So you need to be bubble wrapped, come holler at your boy. Look, all there's wine. 16 cases. You know what I'm saying? We got the buckleberry. Then we got the sparkle. Then we got this that new joint right here. That Sweet Elizabeth. Ooh wee. So these 10 right here, I can't sell them right now, and these 6 are the new ones. This is the red. Ooh, oh shit. Ooh, Sweet Elizabeth. Okay. Now the reason why I can't sell these right here is because, long story short, I'm a person that's about quality, and I want to maintain, you know, the experience that I give customers that they have when they have my wine. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm on the internet talking about I got the best wine, this and that. If I can't give them the same quality that I have on day one, or like they used to, then I'm not gonna put it out. And you know, sometimes the machine, it's a machine. Sometimes it spills out wine that don't taste good. And I'm not saying it don't taste good. It's not what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to put that out there, and then people have an opinion on it, and now everybody looking at me funny, and we ain't having it. So what's gonna happen with these? We're gonna take them back, we're gonna remake them, and then we're gonna be ready. So I'm just happy that I got a crafter that's able to, you know, take my, you know, not criticism, but, you know, whatever the word I'm looking for, take that and be like, all right, let's fix that, because we have a great partnership. We want to keep it going, and we want to reach bigger heights. So let's go and correct these small mistakes now. It's not even a mistake, it just happens. Let's go and correct this now, and let's keep it pushing. So these are going back, and then Monday we're gonna be back in action. So I do have a wine to pack up, so we get to try out our new supply to see if it's a faster option or faster process. And then shoot, we're gonna keep going with our day. So before we put this wine out or ship it out, we're gonna do a little quick quality test to see if it has that that day one quality that we looking for. Just a little small, a little sweet. Smells about right. Cheers. This ain't no shot. Okay. Yeah. Hey, text it real quick. Huh? Text it real quick.
Maybe it's because it's warm.
Yeah. I think it's good. Straight up. Ain't nothing wrong with that one. So we're gonna tape up our first box real quick of our new supplies. Hey man, don't be scared to use that tape, man. I can't even see what I'm doing. Alright. Now this is a what is this called? I can't think of it right now, but it's specifically for wine. So you get this, you get the wine. Bam. Come on, babe. I'm about to be shipping wine fast as hell now. Now you put this in this box. Hold on now. Get perfect fit. There you go. There you go. It looks something like that. So this ain't breaking. This ain't breaking. Now this right here is my favorite part, man. Got the boxes loaded up. And that's going to the postal store. That means my work is done and they're on the way to you. You know, I try to get them in, get them out, and get into your doorstep fast. And then with me having my own labels, all I gotta do is just drop the boxes off and leave. They're gonna scan it and give me a receipt if I want to. I don't get the receipt because I can track it from the crib on the computer, but they scan it and take the boxes and you out of there in like 10 seconds. The only thing I don't like about this postal store, I ain't never know where to park in this joint, man. Gone. 10 seconds. Hey, I would suggest looking into ShipStation. ShipStation is gonna save you a lot of money shipping wise because shipping is expensive, man. Now, if you get a lot of orders and have a lot of boxes, instead of taking like multiple trips to the post office, you can actually have a truck come to your house and pick up the boxes. Now, that is a fee, but I don't know how much that fee is. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm headed back to the crib. I want to get that first batch of orders out early because it is Friday and I know boxes tend to slow down on the weekend and I want to get those boxes out fast because they ordered a while ago and somebody's birthday, that's a birthday gift. So I wanted to catch the first wave. Well, I want to get that first wave out as early as I could and I did just that. Now we're gonna wait until the next wave come in and then we're gonna take care of that and hopefully everybody get their bottles by Thanksgiving because that is my goal, my plan for the red for right now. You know what I'm saying? And even when we get the Moscato back too, I want those out and delivered by Thanksgiving. And I ain't gonna lie, my wine make a good Christmas gift too. So hey, holidays coming up, you don't know what to get your lady or get your man that like wine. Hey, that potion is a very good option. Website is in the bio or description, my bad. Now let's get into the information y'all been dying for, that y'all been wanting. So get your pen and your paper and let's take some notes. So how do you start a wine business? First thing you need to ask yourself is, why do you want to start a wine business? Are you doing this just to say you got your own wine? Or are you actually trying to be in the wine industry and make this a career? In a way, right? Because if you're just trying to do it just to say you got your own wine, bro, don't even waste your time finding a crafter and this and that, because on the cool, you can make wine at home. You know, if you want your own wine, just make it at home, because the money you're gonna have to spend to get a crafter and this and that and have them come up with a formula and get your wine together it's not worth it just because you want to wine. This information is really for the people that's in it for the long haul. That really wants a legit wine business. So once you figure that out, now it's time to decide or think about what type of wine do you want. There's plenty of wines. You got Moscatos, you got Reds, you got Chardonnays, you got Pinots, you got it's plenty of wines. The reason I started my brand is because I'm solving a problem. And the problem was that Moscato wines are sweet and they taste good, but they don't have a lot of alcohol in them. So my wine solves a problem with the Moscatos. And my red also solves a problem too, because most reds are bitter and dry. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people my age and younger don't really rock with red wines. But my red wine it has a balance of sweet and dry. You know what I'm saying? It's just right. I ain't really the best wine drinker, so I can't really explain it, but that red wine solves a problem within the red wine community. And so shit, I know the ladies love wine, so I got something that they can relate to and they can watch my videos. So I did that for the ladies, and I did that to start or to solve a problem. That's why I started Pappy Potion. So now that you have identified your why, now it's time to find a wine crafter. Now, finding a wine crafter is the most important part, but it's also the hardest part, because wine crafters are just not walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? You actually got to go find them. I would say go to like wine events or go to your local wine bars. You can probably catch some in there. Also, if you know a person that's a mixologist or whatever, they could probably point you into the direction of a wine crafter and see if that works. Now you're probably asking, Pat, well, what about your crafter? Can I use yours? The thing with her, man, she doesn't take people on what new clients on every day. You know, it really is random. So what I would say is follow me on Instagram. Even when she make the post, I share the post. Okay, but it's no point of me having you reach out to my crafter if she's not taking people. You know what I'm saying? Now the crafter is the most important part of this whole operation. He or she is going to make sure they can create a formula that's going to sell, that's going to taste good, and give you everything that you want for your wine. You know what I'm saying? Your crafter is responsible for telling you how to not necessarily sell your wine, but how to go about being successful within this industry. Because it's not really about making money. It's about uh, giving people an experience when it comes to wine. But your craft is going to ask you, what type of wine do you want? What color do you want it? What do you want it to taste like? All the above. Me, I didn't know. I just said I want a Moscato that tastes good. And she was like, well, what color do you want? And all that. So make sure you have that in mind also. Now, I don't know if it's like this for every wine crafter out there, but the only thing I was responsible for was the label. I had to come up with the label, and I just got that done off Fiverr. It was cheap. God dog, boy. Boy, these people in Dallas cannot drive, boy. But anyway, the crafter's gonna make the wine, bottle it for you, package it up for you, and go get your wine. Now, like I said, I don't know if every crafter does that, so make sure you keep that in mind. Man, I missed the entire step. Before you even get your wine, you have to get it registered. Well, get the formula approved. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point you want to get in the stores, right? So you can't be selling no unapproved product. Just because it's unapproved don't mean it's bad, but you won't be able to get into stores without getting it approved through the state. And that's a quick process too. It's like 2 to 4 weeks. Now, if you're in Texas, you're going to need a TABC. That's Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission, if I'm not mistaken. Because at some point you're going to do events. You can't be selling wine if you ain't certified to. And that's easy too. It's like a 20-minute computer-based trading and you're good to go. Now, what my crafter did again is we did like a trial phase. And what that means is you get 3 cases. So that's 1 case a month. That's 36 bottles to see how your wine is going to sell. Now, when I did my taste testing and I chose my wine, I knew it was a hit. I knew it was a hit. So In the beginning, you're going to get a lot of buys because you're introducing a product that nobody really just has. Nobody really just has their own wine like that. Besides celebrities, like the normal people like you and me, they ain't got their own wine. So you're going to sell out fast. So after my taste test, I posted the I posted the cup of the wine. I ain't even had the label or the bottle, nothing. I posted the cup of wine. It was my first play with the Buckaberry, and it went crazy. I did a pre-order for 12 bottles. I had one person buy the whole case. So I hit my craft. I said, yo, I need those. I need the other cases like now. Like they going crazy. And I sold 36 bottles within like 30 minutes, bro. So this potion is like that. So needless to say, I didn't have to go through a trial phase because we already knew we had a hit and it sold fast. Now, when it comes to taste testing, that's a part of the process as well. That's when you actually choose the wine you're going to have as your first wine. Now, when it came to my taste test, it was a little tough because I had three good ones. Two of them for sure could have been the first one, and the third one was it was cool. It wasn't nasty. It just wasn't giving wine. And this Berry, yeah, that was the ultimate choice. And we here to this day still going crazy with it. Quick little info break. Got to make a little stove run. So I'm put them things right here, like that. Straighten that up a little bit. Yes, sir. They went crazy over the weekend. Hey, look. One of the questions I get the most is different states, fees and rules and regulations when it comes to having a wine business. I don't know, bro. Like I live in Texas. I don't know about Georgia. I don't know about New York or any other state. You gotta do your Googles. But in Texas, you do need a TABC to sell some wine. Hold on now. This wine hitting. This wine. This light is hitting. Golly. But anyway, once you get your taste test down, you chose your flavor. Now it's time to get your cases. Now, when you get your cases, man, this is time. This is the time where you promote. If you don't show up for your wine every day, don't get into this. Don't get into this because people will forget about you and they will forget about your wine. Social media in this lane is gonna be your best friend, whether that's TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, OnlyFans, Christian Shingles Meet, all that. Get on all those platforms and promote that wine. And do events too. Do events, all the pop-ups, do all that. Now me, I only done like I want to say a total of 3 or 4 pop-ups. To me, they don't really do nothing for me. Yeah, I may have got some sales, but I want long-term customers. So depending on the event, that's when I'll consider doing a pop-up. But pop-ups are good. But just for me, I'm just picky with them. If you got wineries in your city, pull up on them. Give them a sample of that wine. Now, my crafter, she offers the little shooter bottles. So that's my samples. So I ain't got to keep opening up bottles and what I'm saying, wasting product I could sell, and I could just have my little shooter and give it to them because everybody don't want a whole glass of wine. They just want to sip of it to see how it tastes. If you learning anything up until this point, man, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I also got something very important I want to share with y'all at the end. So don't skip through the video because you never know when I'm gonna say it. And you want to hear this part. Hey, reach out to influencers to review your wine. I repeat, reach out to influencers to review your wine. Now, don't just get anybody. Get somebody with buying power. Meaning like somebody can post anything and it's gonna sell instantly. For an example of buying power, let's just take Keith Lee. Keith Lee, he go review a restaurant, and if it's a good review, that restaurant is goddamn. Even if it's a bad review, people gonna still go up there and see what it's about. So look for people like Keith Lee. I'm not saying go get Keith Lee, but go get a Keith Lee. You know what I'm saying? That's buying power. Don't be going to your favorite female influencer just because you look good. Do you want likes or do you want buys? Get a website. I repeat, get a website because selling your wine through DMs only gonna work so much. I am a living witness. I'm living proof that a website can take your wine business from here to there in a matter of a day. For an example, now this really did happen. I sold 10 cases, 12 bottles come in a case. That's 120 bottles. I sold 10 cases in 24 hours exactly. No pre-order, no nothing. Just straight grinding and being consistent. When you creating content for your wine, you have to be consistent. That once a week or once every 2 weeks, that's not gonna get the job done. Because I went viral on TikTok randomly, and I've been going crazy ever since. Now I was going crazy without the website and without that TikTok, but I will say that I sell a lot easier and a lot faster because of that, and the reviews that I get too. And you ain't got to be on camera to show your wine. Now you do want to show the people that you're a real person, so hop on camera and once in a while, you know what I'm saying, talk about the wine and show your personality. But you ain't got to really be on camera to promote your wine. Hell, my video on TikTok that went crazy, my face not even in it, my voice is not even in it. I don't even think my hand is in it. It was just I was just showing the wine. It took off. Now I have taken some L's with this wine business. You know what I'm saying? Money has been lost, bottles have been broken, all that. So it ain't just been sweet. I ain't just been selling wine and not taking no L's. Nah, you gonna have some of that. Listen, do not ship with the post office. That's USPS. Never ship the post office, USPS, because they will break your bottles. FedEx and UPS will too, but you need to really stay away from USPS. You know what I'm saying? One, because they expensive as hell, boy. Expensive as hell. And they boxes not really the best boxes either. So get all your product from uline.com, like I showed y'all earlier video. That's ULINE.com. Get all your wine supplies there. They got everything. They got tape, bubble wrap boxes. They got specific stuff for wine. So there ain't no way that you should be having problems with your bottles being broken. I done went through it for y'all. Uline.com. Do not be giving away no bottles in the beginning. Do not be giving away no bottles in the beginning. Do not be giving away no bottles in the beginning. Because what you want to do is you want to continue to up your cases amount. You know what I'm saying? I started from 1 or 2 cases, then I went to 5 cases, then I went to 10 cases, and now my order load is like 15 cases. I've done a 20 case order before, which was a lot of goddamn wine. But I did that. And you can't get to that if you giving away your product. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the money in the beginning. This is not life changing money. All right, let's go and get that understood right now. The money you make from your wine is not life changing money. So don't think because you sold a whole case of wine you gonna spend it. No, turn that wine money into 3 cases from that 1 case. You know what I'm saying? And just keep going. So if you think you finna get rich off this wine in the beginning, don't start no wine business. Do not start no wine business. If you don't want to make an impact, if you don't want to give your customers an experience with wine, don't even do this, bro. I low key felt like I was charging y'all up. I ain't trying to charge y'all up. I just want to make sure that y'all doing this for the right reason, man. Don't do this because it's the trend to do or the thing to do. You want to be a copycat. No, actually get into this wine industry because you think you can make a difference, make an impact, get a customer an experience, have the best wine in the world. And if I've missed something in this video, just drop a question down in the comments, and I'm gonna do a Q&A. So if I get a lot of questions about certain things, certain aspects when it comes to this wine business, I'm gonna just do a video on it because I know it's something that I'm missing, but I just don't know right now. And we also did get the wine corrected. I didn't vlog the drop off, the pickup, none of that because that situation kind of just like it didn't have to get to that point, but the wine did get remade and I picked it up and everything is back to where it's supposed to be at. Not only do I want to continue giving y'all game or how to start a wine business, I also want to give away bottles of my wine. Yeah, I want to do a giveaway. I want to do a 10K giveaway. All right. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel, follow me on TikTok, and you enter for the giveaway. You know what I'm saying? Well, comment done in the comment section when you do that. We hit 10K, I'm giving away 36 bottles. That's 12 bottles of each flavor. I got 3 flavors. So 12, 12, 12, 36 bottles at 10K subscribers. Along with continued game. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody on YouTube doing this. You know what I'm saying? So if you learn something in this video, leave a like. If you still got questions, drop in the comment section. I'm gonna make a video or get back to you, either or, and we're gonna keep rocking out. You know what I'm saying? So without being said, with all that being said, appreciate all the love support. I'll catch y'all next video, bruh. Yay!